Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Sunday, February 20th, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Rutgers vs Purdue. Rutgers is riding a very impressive streak, having won their last 4 games and all against teams ranked number 16 or higher. They are making a strong case to earn a tourney bid, and another upset over Purdue would go a long way toward securing one. They certainly have proven they can do it, but repeating the feat on the road will not be easy. Ron Harper Jr. threw down a massive 30 points in the Scarlet Knights' upset over Purdue back in December. He leads the team in scoring and is having a terrific season overall. The biggest question in this game will be the health of his finger. He hurt it towards the end of their victory over Illinois, and he is listed as questionable for Sunday's game. If he is unable to play, Rutgers will have a difficult time duplicating the outcome of the first game. Despite struggling from the free throw line, Purdue has been the nation's best defense this season. The Boilermakers lead the Big Ten in effective field goal percentage, offensive rebounding rate, defensive rebounding rate, and free throw rate, which makes them tough to beat, especially at home. While Rutgers has been trending up, look for that streak to end at Mackey Arena on Sunday. Our first pick is Purdue Boilermakers minus 12.5 points. Matt Painter has guided the Boilermakers to an impressive regular season record. As a result, the Boilermakers come in slotted at number 13 in the latest KenPom rankings and number 5 in the AP Top 25 polls. Purdue ranks first in the nation with an adjusted 123.3 offensive rating for the season. It also sports an adjusted 113.6 offensive rating in Big Ten play, the best mark in the league. On defense, Purdue has given up 99.3 points per 100 possessions for the season, 102nd in the NCAA. While that mark has increased to 105.1 points per 100 possessions versus Big Ten opponents, the Boilermakers have done a good of limiting second chance opportunities by allowing an offensive rebounding rate of just 22.9%, the lowest mark in the conference. Our second pick is under 138.5. Washington State vs Southern California. 3 players for WSU are averaging in double figures led by Michael Flowers, 13.4 ppg, who has been up and down as of late. He only scored 3 points in the last game on 12.5% shooting after going for 23 points in the previous game. Roberts, 10.8 ppg, has scored 14 points in 2 of the last 3 games, but has shot poorly in the last few games and is only shooting 33.8% from the floor on the season. Noah Williams, 10.4 ppg, has totaled 24 points in the last 2 games. On the season, Washington State is 5-3 on the road. USC has absolutely dominated the Cougars of late, winning the last 10 meetings between these teams. Plus, they have covered the spread in all of those contests. This means that not only do they win, but they dominate when they do so, winning 9 of those games by more than 7 points. While both of these teams are very good defensively, USC is better in most categories, including averaging nearly 4 more rebounds per game and 3 more points per contest. Our first pick is USC Trojans at -6. USC is averaging 73.3 points per game, 121st overall, and they are 42nd in points allowed at 63.8 per game. This is a great defensive team, 7 in opponent field goal percentage, 37.7%, and 110th in opponent 3-point shooting, 32.0%. However, this is a solid shooting team as well, averaging 45.8% from the field, 81st in the nation. The Trojans are 7th in rebounds at 37.8 per game. Isaiah Mobley is averaging 14.6 points and 8.3 rebounds per game. Mobley is hitting 45.7% of his shots, but is just a 68.1% free throw shooter. 3 other players are averaging in double digits, including Goodwin, who is hitting 59.6% of his shots from the field, but is an abysmal free throw shooter at 48.2%. He is averaging 7.0 rebounds per game. Washington State is 189th in points per game at 70.6 and 32nd in points allowed at 63.0 points per game. They have been very good defensively, 53rd in opponent field goal percentage, 40.8%, and 78th in opponent 3-point shooting, 31.4%. The Cougars have not been very good shooting this year, 325th in field goal percentage, 40.6%, but they are 100th in free throw percentage, 73.9%. The Huskies are averaging 34.0 rebounds per game, 81st overall. Michael Flowers leads the team at 13.4 points per game, but he is only hitting 39.3% of his shots, including 36.9% from three-point range. Roberts, 10.8 ppg, and Williams, 10.4, are both averaging better than 10 points per game as well. Our second pick is under 132. Mississippi vs. Missouri. It has been an uneven 2021-22 campaign for the Bulldogs, who have struggled down the stretch, dropping out of contention in a highly competitive SEC and seeing their NCAA tournament aspirations slowly slip away. While their chances of making the field of 64 now look slim, the Bulldogs will still want to make one last push by finishing the season with an exclamation point. Mississippi State will be looking to replicate their Friday night performance where they were methodical on offense, converting 49% from the field. The Bulldogs will also be looking to keep it up on the defensive end after stifling the Tigers, limiting them to 31% from the field. It isn't easy beating teams in consecutive outings, but the Bulldogs are going to roll to another victory over Missouri. The Tigers need too much help with a roster that can't get anything going offensively. They also don't have the sort of lockdown defense to make up for the fact that they're barely averaging 60 points in their last 3 games. If anything, the Bulldogs will take the first meeting as a confidence builder to go into Mizzou Arena and dish out a little sense of deja vu. Iverson Maliner will come alive a bit more offensively, but once again, this game will be all about the Bulldogs making the key plays down the stretch. They'll win on the boards and force turnovers consistently. There will come a point in the game where we'll all see the score and know it's over, even with a significant chunk of time left. Our first pick is Mississippi State Bulldogs -5. The Tigers look like a mess on the road. Granted, there were some issues that were completely out of their control, including travel problems causing the game to be delayed by well over 2 hours. It was just an overall rough outing for the Tigers, who shot a sad 31.4% from the floor and turned the ball over 13 times. Good luck winning anything, much less in SEC contest when the shooting is on that level of bad. It's no secret that offense isn't Missouri's forte, but they can do better than that performance. They'll have to do better if they hope to walk out of Sunday's game with a victory. The Tigers are only averaging 60 points in their last 3 games. So the Bulldogs could make this a quick night if they can continue to get shots to fall. There's no quicker way to bury a team like Missouri than to get them playing catch-up on the scoreboard early. The Bulldogs had at least 4 starters score in double figures in the first meeting on Friday. They shot 49.1% from the floor and held the Tigers to only 48 points. It's hard to lose basketball games when you're playing with that sort of efficiency on both ends of the court. But then again, Mississippi State won't have the luxury of playing at home in the rematch. They have yet to win a true road game all season, and the Tigers will be chippy coming off of a loss. It isn't easy beating the same team twice in a row. Our second pick is under 133. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.